Number 1. The 1965 Eagle AMC Rambler, listed at $6,000 and located in Jacksonville, Florida. Here we have a charming piece of American automotive history. The 1965 AMC Rambler, a car that defined practicality, simplicity, and dependable design back in its day. This particular Rambler has been well cared for, showing 100,000 miles on the odometer, and is equipped with a 199 cubic inch engine paired to classic 3-speed manual transmission on the column, what enthusiasts call 3 on the tree. The seller describes the car as not perfect, but certainly a fun and enjoyable classic to drive. And that's exactly the spirit of this Rambler. It's not about being flashy. It's about being honest and delivering that retro driving feel with reliability. The engine runs smoothly, the transmission shifts just as it should, and overall it's ready to be driven and enjoyed right away. Within the last year, the car has received some meaningful attention. The entire braking system has been gone through and serviced, ensuring safe and dependable stopping power. Inside, the seller sourced matching replacement material for the split front bench seat, so the interior can be brought back to its period-correct look. Additionally, new weather stripping for all 4 windows has been installed to keep the cabin quiet and sealed. The cooling system has also been updated. The radiator was replaced just 5 years ago, and more recently the cooling system was flushed and all the hoses replaced. So you've got peace of mind for long drives in the Florida heat. Cosmetically, the Rambler still presents itself well. The paint was redone 6 years ago by the previous owner, and it still shines nicely today. There are some minor issues worth noting. A little bubbling on the rear fenders above the wheels, and some rust on the passenger front floorboard. But the frame and overall structure remain solid, making those easy patch repairs rather than major concerns. Mechanically, the seller points out only minor seepage from the valve cover. The best part? The replacement gasket is already included along with some miscellaneous extra parts, so the fix is straightforward. And for a finishing touch, the car will come with a set of Rambler spinner hubcaps, adding that classic 60s flair to its overall look. Offered at $6,250 or best offer, cash only, no trades, this Rambler represents a unique opportunity. It's affordable, fun, and ready for weekend drives, local shows, or just the joy of owning a true mid-60s American classic. Located in Jacksonville, Florida. Number 2. The 1968 Ford Mustang Coupe 2D, listed at $11,900 and located in San Diego, California. Here we have an American icon, the 1968 Ford Mustang Coupe. Few cars capture the spirit of the 60s muscle car era, quite like the Mustang. In this example, priced at $11,900, is a fantastic entry point into classic car ownership. This Mustang is equipped with a dependable 6-cylinder engine paired to an automatic transmission, making it an easy, enjoyable driver, whether you're cruising the California coast or rolling into your local weekend car meet. With only 20,110 miles showing, the car presents itself as a solid, dependable classic. The seller notes that this Mustang retains its original floors and quarter panels, which is a big deal for collectors. Finding one of these with its structure intact is becoming rarer every year, especially in cars from the 60s. A lot of updates have been done recently to keep this Mustang fresh and road ready. It's got a brand new paint job that shines beautifully, giving it that head-turning appeal Mustangs are known for. Inside, you'll find new seats, restoring comfort and style to the cabin. On the outside, it rolls on brand new steel wheels and fresh tires, giving the car that clean, period-correct look and ready-to-drive confidence. Mechanically, several important upgrades have been completed. The Mustang now sports a new gas tank, a new starter, a new fuel pump, and much more, ensuring that it's reliable and roadworthy. For buyers, that means less time wrenching and more time enjoying the drive. Cosmetically and mechanically, this is a Mustang that's been cared for and invested in. The seller also confirms the car has current registration and a clean title, so it's ready to transfer and drive without hassle. And for those who prefer, the seller also mentions, "Sí, hablo español," so Spanish-speaking buyers can easily communicate about the car and its details. Overall, this 1968 Ford Mustang Coupe offers a blend of originality and restoration that makes it stand out in today's classic market. With its original sheet metal, fresh updates, and smooth-running six-cylinder engine, it's the kind of classic that can be enjoyed right away while still being a smart investment. Located in San Diego, California, this Mustang is waiting for its next owner to put the key in the ignition and continue its story. Number 3. The 1972 Buick Skylark Custom Coupe 2D. Listed at $13,000 and located in Thomasville, Georgia. Here's a chance to own a true piece of early 70s American muscle. The 1972 Buick Skylark Custom Coupe. Priced at $13,000. This classic offers both character and performance, with plenty of upgrades that make it a strong driver's car. This Skylark shows just 38,821 miles, and under the hood, it's been fitted with a tuned port-injected 350 V8 that's been completely rebuilt. That powerhouse is paired with a rebuilt turbo-hydromatic 350 automatic transmission, giving you smooth and dependable performance on the road. The combination delivers modern drivability with the raw appeal of classic 70s muscle. Over the past 5 years of ownership, the seller has invested heavily in making sure this Buick runs and handles like it should. The entire front end has been rebuilt, including new bushings, ball joints, and tie rod ends. The braking system is brand new, featuring a new master cylinder and booster for reliable stopping power. Fuel delivery has also been upgraded with a new Aeromotive fuel tank and pump, ensuring consistent performance. To improve handling, a Hotchkiss rear sway bar has been added, giving this big body coupe a more planted, confident feel in the corners. Inside, the classic Buick interior has been upgraded with retro-style Dakota digital dash, blending modern function with vintage style. Mechanically, this Skylark is described as sound and amazing to drive. It's a car you can take out on the road today without worry. Now, as with any 53-year-old classic, it does have some imperfections. The seller is upfront in noting rust in the body, mainly in the quarter panels behind the rear wheels. It's cosmetic and reparable, but worth noting for a buyer who wants to restore it further. One detail to keep in mind: the title was lost by a previous owner, so the car will be sold with a bill of sale only. That said, it's a straightforward transaction for anyone looking for a solid project or an affordable entry into classic muscle ownership. The seller is asking $13,000 or best offer, and is also open to trades for an early model Toyota 4Runner or Land Cruiser. So if you're sitting on one of those, you might just have a deal. All in all, this 1972 Buick Skylark Custom Coupe offers a blend of muscle, upgrades, and honest character. With its rebuilt drivetrain, upgraded suspension and brakes, and unique digital dash, it's a driver's car through and through, with the potential to become a showpiece with a little bodywork. Located in Thomasville, Georgia, this classic Buick is ready for its next chapter, whether as a weekend cruiser, restoration candidate, or a trade for the right Toyota. Number 4. The 1978 Chevrolet Corvette, listed at $14,000 and located in Clarkston, Michigan. Here we have a 1978 Chevrolet Corvette, a car that represents the golden era of American sports cars. This particular Corvette comes with a 383-stroker engine, producing a strong 400 horsepower, and is just a little over 4,000 miles on that motor since the rebuild. The body itself shows 73,000 original miles, which for a car nearly 50 years old is impressive. It's paired with an automatic transmission, making it an easy and enjoyable drive. While this example doesn't have air conditioning, the focus here is really on performance and presence. And performance is something this Corvette delivers. According to the owner, it runs smooth and steady on the freeway at speeds of 80 or even 90 miles per hour, handling long drives up north with no issues at all. It's a car that not only feels powerful behind the wheel, but also makes a statement wherever it goes. And speaking of statements, this Corvette turns heads. It's described as a true head turner, one that draws and compliments any time it's out on the road. That's the beauty of a classic Corvette. It's not just a car, it's an experience, and it's one that connects you to decades of American automotive culture. Now, in terms of condition, there are just a couple of small details worth noting. The driver's side door handle needs replacing, but the seller already has a brand new one on the way. The power steering belt is a little bit loose, which can cause a slight noise on startup. But aside from those minor points, this Corvette is mechanically solid and ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fun, powerful, and stylish classic that's already got the performance upgrades done, this one is definitely worth considering. The asking price is $14,000, with the seller emphasizing serious buyers only and no lowball offers. So, whether you're after weekend cruises, car shows, or simply adding an icon to your garage, this 78 Corvette could be the one. Number 5. The 1981 Cadillac Coupe DeVille, listed at $19,800 and located in Nipomo, California. Here we have a true time capsule, a 1981 Cadillac Coupe DeVille, finished in triple black. That means black paint, black vinyl top, and black interior, the ultimate combination for luxury and style. This particular Coupe DeVille shows just 10,466 miles on the odometer, and it's equipped with an automatic transmission, as you would expect from a Cadillac of this era. What makes this car so special is its originality. According to the owner, it is completely original, always garaged, and never modified or cut. That's an incredibly rare thing to find today, especially in a car over 40 years old. The paint is described as beautiful, the interior just as impressive, and overall, this Cadillac needs absolutely nothing. You can get in, turn the key, and enjoy the ride exactly as it was intended. The Coupe DeVille was Cadillac's flagship two-door luxury coupe in the early 1980s, known for its bold size, smooth ride, and unmatched presence on the road. With its sharp lines, long hood, and wide stance, it commands attention wherever it goes. Add in the triple black presentation, and this car becomes not just transportation, but a rolling statement of class and power. This particular example is also sitting on a set of 14x7 Luxor wheels, giving it that unmistakable custom luxury look, but still keeping in step with the car's original style. The owner also mentions that it has a full system installed, which means you're getting modern sound quality without compromising the classic Cadillac feel. Cars like this are almost impossible to find in this condition. Most Coupe DeVilles from the 1980s have been daily driven into the ground, modified heavily, or left to rust away. But here, you're looking at an all-original survivor, carefully preserved and protected. It's rare, it's desirable, and it's ready for its next chapter with a new owner. The seller makes it clear they know what they have. At $19,800, this is a serious offering for a serious buyer. No window shopping, no time wasting, just an opportunity to own one of the cleanest, lowest mileage 1981 Cadillac Coupe DeVilles you're ever likely to see. So, if you've been waiting for the right Cadillac, one that blends originality, luxury, and style, this might just be the one. Number 6. The 1965 Ford Thunderbird Landau, listed at $8,800, and located in Grant Valcaria, Florida. Here's a car that brings you right back to the golden age of American style, a 1965 Ford Thunderbird Landau, showing just 11,400 miles on the odometer, paired with an automatic transmission. The story behind this car is as interesting as the Thunderbird itself. The seller mentions that he took it as partial payment in the sale of a piece of land. He admits it's a pretty car, but as he puts it, he's an old guy just trying to rid himself of things so his kids don't have to later. For him, this isn't about hanging on. It's about letting go. Mechanically, the car runs strong. Under the hood is the legendary 390 cubic inch V8, the same big block power plant that made the Thunderbird a true personal luxury car in the 1960s. As the seller says, runs like a bear. Drive it. And that's the essence of it. This car still has the muscle of the old days. Now, as with any classic, there are a few quirks. The air conditioning works sometimes, and the same goes for power windows. The temperature gauge and ammeter are functional, but at higher speeds, there's a noise coming from the rear. The neighbor suspects it may be the rear end or the axle bearings, but it hasn't been diagnosed. The seller hasn't done any detailing or even vacuumed it. This is being sold as it sits, raw and ready. Cosmetically, it's a sharp-looking car with all the presence that made the Thunderbird a standout in its era. The Landau edition came with a padded vinyl roof and luxury touches, making it stand out as one of Ford's finest designs of the decade. The seller is up front. He's not trying to overstate what it's worth. He says the person he got it from thought it was worth a fortune, but for him, it's about covering the balance of that land sale. At $8,800, located in Grant Valcaria, Florida, this Thunderbird represents an opportunity. It's not perfect, but it's a running, driving 1965 T-Bird with a big 390 V8. And with a little work, it could easily become something truly special. So, if you're looking for a vintage Ford with a story, one that runs strong and just needs a bit of love to shine, this 1965 Thunderbird Landau might be exactly the right car for you. Number 7. The 1970 Plymouth Duster, priced at $13,500 and located in Franklin, Georgia. Here's a Mopar classic that's ready to hit the road. A 1970 Plymouth Duster, showing just 22,500 miles on the odometer, equipped with an automatic transmission. Now, this one has a twist. While it's a true Duster, the owner has given it the appearance of a Plymouth Demon, one of the rarest and most collectible trims of its era. Under the hood, it's powered by a 318 V8, fitted with headers, a brand new carburetor, and an aluminum radiator. The result? A car that runs and drives just as it should, with the reliability to cruise anywhere. This Duster has had a lot of work done to make it a solid driver. The floors and trunk look new and original, showing just how well the car has held up over the years. It was originally finished in silver with a burgundy interior, and while the paint today is older, it still shows well. There are some small areas where the clear coat is coming off, and 2 spots where body bubbles have started, but nothing that takes away from the car's overall presence. Inside, it's driver quality as well. It does need a headliner, and the seats would really shine if they were brought back to original spec. But as the seller points out, this is already a great cruiser as it sits. The appeal of this car is in its simplicity and its soul. The 1970 Duster was Plymouth's way of giving muscle to the masses. Lightweight, affordable, and fun to drive. With this example, you get all of that charm plus the upgrades that make it a dependable weekend driver. At $13,500, located in Franklin, Georgia, this Duster represents an opportunity for anyone looking to get into the Mopar scene. without spending six figures. It's not a trailer queen, and it doesn't pretend to be. It's a real car, ready to be driven and enjoyed, with just enough projects left to make it your own. So, if you're after a classic Mopar that has the right look, the right sound, the right price, this 1970 Plymouth Duster Demon Tribute might just be the perfect fit for you. Number 8. The 1981 Pontiac Trans AM Special Edition, priced at $13,800 and located in Fort Washington. Here we have a true survivor, a 1981 Pontiac Trans AM Special Edition, showing 104,000 miles and still wearing its original paint. This particular car carries the Y84 CalTag Special Edition package, and for that year, only 41 hardtops were produced, making it an exceptionally rare find. Under the hood, it's powered by the original 4.9-liter, 301 cubic inch Pontiac engine, paired with a turbo Hydromatic 350 transmission and an 8.5-inch rear end with Posey traction. The seller notes that everything works, even the clock, with the only exception being the AAIC compressor, which recently started making some noise and is currently not in use. Otherwise, the car starts, idles, runs, handles, and stops exactly as it should. The body is original and unmolested. Every piece of surface rust has already been treated with SCM Rust Shield, a proven encapsulator that ensures the car's preservation. The body was polished recently, though the seller admits the roof is the roughest area cosmetically. It's not a show car restoration. Instead, it's a genuine survivor, and that's part of its charm. Inside, the interior remains extremely clean. There is somewhere on the driver's seat bolster. The headliner material is missing, though the backing board is still there, and the rear parcel shelf material has deteriorated. An Alpine head unit has been fitted in place of the original radio, so the sound system has been updated. As for rust, the seller points out a few issues: small rust holes in the lower fenders and the lower driver's door. However, the frame, floors, and trunk are mint, with just a dime-size hole in the trunk floor and some corrosion near the rear bulkhead where it meets the bumper. All in all, the structure remains solid and sound. This car is not meant for the dreamer looking for perfection. It's meant for someone who values originality, rarity, and a piece of Pontiac history. At $13,800 with no trades, the seller is clear. Serious buyers only. If you're the type who shows up prepared and understands what a limited production Y84 Special Edition Trans AM really means, then this might be the car you've been waiting for. Number 9. The 1974 Chevy Chevelle, priced at $9,800 and located in Corona. Here's a great piece of classic American muscle, a 1974 Chevy Chevelle, priced at just $9,800. This particular Chevelle has been in the same family for over 30 years, so it carries not just the appeal of a well-kept car, but also the kind of history and care that only long-term ownership provides. Under the hood, it's been treated to a rebuilt 350 cubic inch V8 engine, paired with a rebuilt turbo 350 transmission. Together, they deliver smooth and strong performance that makes this car a lot of fun to drive. It also features an Edelbrock intake, a brand new Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, and electronic ignition, giving it reliable power and a crisp throttle response. A new exhaust system completes the setup, letting the Chevelle breathe the way it was meant to. In terms of drivability, this Chevelle comes equipped with power steering and power disc brakes, making it both powerful and practical for everyday cruising. It also sports new fuses, a set of 20-inch wheels with brand new tires, and a clean title registered through 2026. So the paperwork is already in order. The odometer shows 10,000 miles, though given its age and restoration, that figure is more reflective of the rebuild than the car's lifetime mileage. Regardless, the condition makes it clear this is a dependable, well-cared-for classic. Cosmetically, the Chevelle looks sharp, presenting itself as a muscle-era survivor that you can hop in and enjoy immediately. Whether it's cruising down the boulevard or parked at a weekend show, this car is sure to draw compliments. The seller is straightforward. No smog required for this year and no surprises. Just a great running, great driving, family-owned classic that's ready for its next chapter. at $9,800. It's a fair price for a car that blends dependability with muscle car charm. If you're looking for a classic driver with history, reliability, and the unmistakable presence of a 70s Chevy Chevelle, this one deserves a serious look. Number 10. The 1979 Ford Thunderbird Coupe, listed for $16,999 and located in Lab Hara. Here's a true time capsule from the late 1970s, a 1979 Ford Thunderbird Coupe, offered at $16,999. This Thunderbird is powered by the classic 351 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission, and shows just 38,000 original miles on the odometer. What makes this car so special is its originality. It has been with its first owner from 1977 until 2003, and since then has continued to be meticulously cared for. Everything about this Thunderbird is stock and all original, from a factory red interior that still looks fresh to the exceptional paint finish that's been preserved in remarkable condition. The details stand out. It rides on almost new white wall tires. The body is free of any major dents, dings, or scratches, and the interior has no rips, no cuts, and no signs of neglect. Even more impressive, the car is completely dry underneath. No oil leaks, no mechanical issues to worry about. When you step inside, the factory red interior gives you that unmistakable late 70s luxury vibe. Plush seating, clean upholstery, and the original design untouched by time make it feel like you just stepped into a brand new Thunderbird from the showroom floor back in 1979. On the road, it drives just as good as it looks. Smooth, powerful, and attention-grabbing, this Thunderbird isn't just a car, it's an experience. Wherever it goes, it's guaranteed to turn heads. It's the kind of car that draws attention at stoplights, gets compliments at gas stations, and makes you feel like you've stepped back into a golden era of American luxury coupes. The seller describes it perfectly. A car that has been super well kept from the day it was bought. For collectors, enthusiasts, or anyone who just wants a slice of authentic late 70s Ford history, this Thunderbird is a rare opportunity. At $16,999, it's priced fairly for its condition, originality, and mileage. A car like this, so clean, so untouched, and so well preserved, doesn't come around often. If you've been searching for a true survivor Thunderbird that offers both nostalgia and reliability, this one is as close to showroom fresh as you'll find. Number 11. The 1976 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, listed at $18,000 and located in Edison, New Jersey. When you think of the 1970s, you think of bold styling, comfort, and size, and few cars capture the era better than the Cadillac Eldorado convertible. This example from 1976 is a beautiful reminder of what American luxury once stood for. Long, sleek lines, plush interiors, and effortless cruising power. With 87,000 original miles, this car has clearly been cared for. Originally a California car, it benefited from the dry climate, helping preserve its body and structure over the decades. It's described as an excellent driver's car, meaning it's not just a showpiece. This Eldorado is built to be enjoyed on the open road. The convertible top works perfectly. So on a sunny day, you can put it down and experience that classic Cadillac feeling with the wind in your hair. Inside, you'll find that unmistakable Cadillac comfort, wide seating, smooth ride quality, and the kind of interior design that only the 1970s could deliver. By 1976, the Eldorado had become Cadillac's flagship convertible, and it was actually the last year you could buy one before convertibles disappeared for nearly a decade. That alone makes this model highly collectible. Many enthusiasts see it as the end of an era, the last of the big, front-wheel drive Cadillac convertibles, before downsizing changed the landscape of American cars forever. At $18,000, this Eldorado represents not just a car, but a piece of automotive history, a blend of nostalgia and luxury. It's ready for someone who appreciates its heritage and wants to keep the Cadillac dream alive. Number 12. The 1977 Plymouth Grand Fury Brougham, listed at $4,000 and located in Toma, Wisconsin. The late 1970s were an interesting time in American automotive history. Big cars still ruled the road, but the industry was beginning to feel the pressure to fuel economy standards and changing buyer demands. The Plymouth Grand Fury Brougham stood tall as one of the last full-size, classic American sedans, long, wide, and built with comfort in mind. This 1977 example is finished in white, carrying with it a clean and timeless look. Under the hood sits a V8 engine, sending power to the rear wheels through an automatic transmission. With just 52,500 miles on the odometer, this car has lived a relatively gentle life compared to many of its peers from the same era. That low mileage, combined with its well-preserved condition, makes it a standout for anyone seeking originality. The Brougham trim was all about luxury touches, plush seating, premium interior accents, and a focus on ride comfort that Plymouth wanted to offer to those who didn't necessarily want to step up to Chrysler or Dodge's top-tier models. Sitting behind the wheel, you can imagine gliding down the highway, the V8 humming along smoothly, with plenty of room for family or friends who enjoy the ride. Being a clean title car, it's not only a solid choice for collectors, but also a tempting option for someone who wants to actually drive and enjoy a piece of 1970s Americana without breaking the bank. At just $4,000, it represents one of the more affordable ways to get into the world of classic cars, especially considering its originality, low miles, and overall good condition. The 1977 Plymouth Grand Fury Brougham may not be the most flashy name in classic car circles, but it carries a quiet dignity. It's a reminder of an era when cars were built for space, comfort, and a commanding presence on the road. For someone looking to relive that feeling, or maybe discover for the first time, this car offers an opportunity that's hard to pass up. Number 13, the 1967 Chrysler New Yorker 440, listed at just $4,500 and located in Morton. Back in the 1960s, Chrysler was known for combining luxury with performance, and the New Yorker was their flagship sedan. This wasn't just a car for getting from point A to point B. It was a statement of elegant size and raw American power. This particular example, a 1967 Chrysler New Yorker, comes equipped with its original 440 cubic inch V8 engine, paired to Chrysler's legendary 727 TorqueFlite automatic transmission. For those who know Mopar history, that combination is about as bulletproof as it gets. It was a drivetrain that powered everything from big luxury sedans to muscle cars, offering smooth shifts and reliable strength. With 142,000 miles on the odometer, this New Yorker has been driven and enjoyed, but the seller notes that it still runs great. That's a testament to the durability of Chrysler engineering during this era. Big block Mopars like the 440 are known for their torque, meaning this car could cruise comfortably on the highway while still having the muscle to get up and go when you needed it. The New Yorker also wasn't shy about size. Measuring well over 18 feet long, it delivered a sense of presence that few modern cars can match. Wide bench seats, full-length chrome trim, and a commanding front grille made sure everyone knew this was Chrysler's top-tier sedan. Sitting behind the wheel, you weren't just a driver. You were the captain of a road-going ship of steel. What makes this listing particularly appealing is the price. At just $4,500, it offers an affordable entry into the world of classic Mopars. While many muscle cars from this era have skyrocketed in value, luxury sedans like the New Yorker remain a hidden gem for enthusiasts who want vintage power without the muscle car price tag. The seller even mentions that trades are considered, opening the door for someone who may have another project or classic to swap. Whether you're a Mopar fan, a collector looking for originality, or simply someone who wants a classic cruiser with a big V8 under the hood, this Chrysler offers plenty of value and character. The 1967 Chrysler New Yorker 440 isn't just another old car. It's a piece of American luxury history, a reminder of when size, comfort, and horsepower defined what it meant to drive in style. And with this one still running strong, the next chapter of its story is ready to be written. Number 14, the 1979 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe 2D, listed at just $1,500 and located in Silver Spring, Maryland. By the late 1970s, the Corvette had become an American icon. Even during an era of tightening emissions and fuel regulations, the Stingray remained one of the most recognizable sports cars on the road. With its long, sweeping hood, aggressive curves, and unmistakable silhouette, the 1979 model carried the same spirit, performance, and style that had defined the Corvette name for decades. This particular car, however, is a project in its purest form. Priced at only $1,500, it's being sold as a roller, meaning it comes without an engine or transmission. For some buyers, that may sound like a deal breaker, but for the right enthusiast, it's an opportunity, a blank canvas, waiting to be rebuilt into whatever vision the next owner has. With 155,000 miles showing, this Corvette has lived a full life, but the body is still solid. The seller notes some rust, though not severe, making it a candidate for restoration or even a full custom build. Whether you want to drop in a period-correct small block Chevy, a modern LS engine, or even turn it into a track-ready Restomod, this Stingray offers the bones you need to get started. One important note from the seller: there's no title, and they make it clear, please don't ask for one. For many buyers, this means a Corvette is best suited as a parts car, or as a foundation for a project that doesn't require registration, such as a race car or off-road build. Still, with its classic C3 body lines, it holds plenty of value for anyone looking to harvest panels, interior pieces, or suspension components. At this price point, the car represents a rare chance to get into Corvette ownership for less than the cost of a used economy car. Of course, it won't be a turnkey cruiser. It will require vision, resources, and effort, but that's part of the appeal for true gearheads, breathing life back into a car that most would pass by. The 1979 Corvette Stingray Coupe was the most popular Corvette of its generation, with over 50,000 built that year. Yet, decades later, many have been scrapped, parted out, or left to rot. Finding one in any restorable shape is becoming harder, and even rollers like this one are increasingly valuable to restorers and collectors. For just $1,500, you're not just buying a car, you're buying potential. The chance to save a piece of American sports car history, to reimagine it, or to use its DNA to keep other Corvettes on the road. Whether as a project, a donor, or the start of something radical, this Stingray still has a story left to tell. Number 15. The 1954 Mercury Monterey Project, listed at $11,850 and located in Placer County. The Mercury Monterey was one of the great mid-century cruisers, a car that perfectly captured the optimism and flair of 1950s America. With sweeping chrome accents, a wide stance, and an unmistakable road presence, it represented Ford's effort to bring luxury styling to a more approachable market. Today, cars like this are becoming rarer every year, making any surviving example of project worth saving. This particular 1954 Monterey is being offered as a project car, and while it isn't complete, it provides a strong foundation for restoration or customization. The seller describes it as a straight-body car, which is crucial, because finding one with good bones after 7 decades isn't easy. It's missing a few pieces. The taillight housings and some trim parts aren't included, though the stock original rear bumper is still with the car. The glass, remarkably, is still the original green tinted set, a beautiful period detail, though the windshield has a crack. Under the hood, this Monterey has already been updated. Instead of the original Y-block V8, it now runs a 351 Cleveland engine, paired with a C6 automatic transmission. That combination alone makes it a more powerful and reliable cruiser than it was from the factory. To complement the engine swap, the car has been given a new exhaust system and an upgraded front suspension with disc brakes, a welcome improvement for anyone planning to actually drive it on modern roads. The seller emphasizes that this Mercury comes with a clean title, making it far easier to transfer ownership and continue the build. They also note that communication is strictly by phone, no text, and emails will only be answered if you include a phone number. And, importantly, they make it clear, if the ad is still up, the car is still for sale. At an asking price of $11,850, this Project Monterey sits at an interesting crossroad. On one hand, it's already received major mechanical upgrades that save a new owner time and money. On the other, it still needs cosmetic attention, body trim, interior work, and that cracked windshield. For some enthusiasts, that's the perfect balance. A car you can put on the road relatively quickly while slowly sourcing the details to bring it back to its original glory. The 1954 Mercury Monterey is more than just a car. It's a time capsule from an era when style was king, when sweeping chrome and dramatic lines defined the American highway. This project isn't for everyone, but for the right buyer, it's a chance to bring a classic back to life and make it their own.